Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to The Good Outdoors radio show here in Valdosta, Georgia. I'm Daryl Nichols in here with Steve Nichols, and glad to have Mr. Ronnie Colbert back. What's up, Ronnie?
Good morning.
Resting up, squirted some WD-40 on himself, and come on in.
Got you going.
Feeling better?
Not really, but I'm here.
You don't look no doggone better either.
I appreciate that.
That ain't no problem, but we all got faces for radio, so we're good to go.
You won't be complaining after today's show, brother.
Gonna be a good one?
There won't be nothing to complain about.
To realize how bad some folks really got it, huh?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We got a good show. Got Kip West from Keeping Warriors Outside. It was formerly called Kip West Outdoors. He changed the name to Keeping Warriors Outside, and he's going to be calling in at the top of the hour, talking about his work with Wounded Warriors and his story and his mission and why he started it and what he does, and just an absolute fantastic guy, fantastic organization, and we're going to encourage everybody to check his information out when he gets on and gives it to you. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just always an uplifting thing, we'll be getting into that, but he's worked with a lot of warriors, and his story is just incredible. And it'll be a treat to meet such an incredible individual. What he's sacrificed to give back. So
that's right. I'm looking forward to it too. That's always a good thing to hear. What people do in the outdoors. For wounded warriors, and there's a lot of it going on out there. People just don't realize, even local stuff. Local stuff going on too.
Well, you just don't, you take for granted the outdoors and the goodness and the wholesomeness of it, man, and what it's there, that God's given us to enjoy. And I tell you, every day we get up, we go through the hassle, or not the hassle, but we go through the same routine, and we get up, we go to work, we go do our thing, we come home, we work all week, we enjoy the week, then we, take some time to get off work and do some things, and we take for granted that we can do that and be in the outdoors. It's just there, so we tend to take it for granted, but we tend not to think about it, maximize the chances that the Good Outdoors obviously provides free of charge. So
that's right. And here locally we have them. Talent Outdoors. He's just released his 5th annual National Wild Turkey Federation Wheeling Sportsman and Talent Outdoors Disabled Spring Turkey Hunt. Yep. And he's actually moved it to opening weekend of turkey season this year, which is awesome.
Yeah,
to maximize the chance of having a better chance.
Oh yeah, Tim Keller's done a fantastic job with that for the past 5 years. We can't say enough for Tim. Maybe we get him in here.
Yeah, he's going to come in a couple of weeks and talk with us. I've been talking with him about it. So.
Good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what Kip's got to say this morning. Excited to hear what we were going to talk turkeys this morning, but we always can talk turkeys. We can talk turkey Friday.
Hey, you talk turkey a lot.
Well, I agree.
I talk to turkeys every morning from 4:30 to 6. So.
Yeah, me too.
Now, do not talk about our listeners that way. Our listeners are not turkeys, and
that's
who you're talking to, because you ain't talking to us because I ain't listening.
Yeah. But he wasn't listening, but he picked up on that, didn't he?
Yeah. A portion of our audience are turkeys, and those are the ones that don't face the facts and believe in Bigfoot and things like that. Those guys are turkeys, no doubt about it.
You should have heard these other two turkeys, the Daryl and Daryl, this morning before you got here. Thought I was going to put both in time out.
Dude, we just having fun.
I didn't miss anything.
You sure didn't.
Me and Daryl just like to kid each other and have fun. We know what time it is, don't we, Daryl? And we sitting in here waiting on y'all two turkeys to get here. Hey, talking about Bigfoot.
I like it when he says waiting on us to get here.
I'm a turkey that flies off the roost late.
I've never walked in here at 4:35. Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I can't say that.
I ain't either.
I didn't think that through really before it came out of my mouth.
Maybe 4:33 or something. I don't know exactly 4:35.
But the point is, you made it, brother.
Exactly. Better late than never.
I'm glad to have you here too.
And I want to touch on the Bigfoot thing. Somebody sent a message to the Good Outdoors this morning, Bubba Carden, and I said, I just saw the start of it.
What, didn't you see Bubba's name pop up?
No, I saw the start of the message. It said, loading chickens and heard a strange noise.
Ooh.
And that was the start of the message. I had to click on it to see the rest, and I said, oh my God, here comes another Bigfoot story.
It's attacking for the chickens.
When I did it, he said, loading chickens heard strange noise, found Thomas Gray, a.k.a. Tomcat, plucking chicken feathers because he didn't have no more nose hairs to pluck.
I wonder why he was plucking the chickens. Was he ever his load limit?
He's trying to keep the chicken awake.
But I thought that was funny.
Now, when you're doing an outdoor show and you get a Facebook post from a guy named Bubba, you're doing something right.
That's right. That's right.
We love you, Bubba.
That's right. He chimed in and said he loves what we do, and man, we love doing it for y'all.
Man, you ain't kidding.
Y'all come out tonight to Bubba Jack's Crab Shack too. We're gonna be there at 6 o'clock getting my food ate. I'm gonna get me some food. I'm gonna eat.
I'm gonna get my oysters on.
Well, you can get your oysters on. I'm gonna have some shrimp. And I'm gonna have my mouth watering looking at the oysters, knowing I can't eat them. That ain't even fair. I love them and can't even eat them. But 6 o'clock tonight, y'all come out and join us.
You can eat them.
I can, but I do not want to go back in the hospital. I've been there twice from eating oysters, and that was. Both times was before I was 16 years old, and I ain't doing it no more.
I think you've overed it.
I ain't going to try it.
Grown out of that little phase.
I am not going to try it.
Can you eat shrimp?
Yeah, I can eat shrimp. Eat any kind of seafood. Any other kind of seafood, but oysters. And the doctor said probably because of iodine content in it. I don't know, and he don't know. But
it don't matter.
It kind of, it was too. That was all I did. I ate oysters. Like 2 oysters each time, and went to the hospital. And I'm not trying it again. It might have been coincidence, but it's just.
I don't know. Maybe we can get him to eat 3 or 4 tonight.
Don't answer.
I'm not asking him. I'm not being responsible for that.
No, sir. But Bubba Jack's Crab Shack tonight at 6 o'clock. Y'all come out and join us. We got a few people coming. There's not many, and nobody on Facebook has chimed in and said, "Hey, I'm coming." So, hey, what's up with the Good Outdoors Nation?
I've gotten some verbal confirmation that we're going to have several. I'm not going to say we're going to have 100, but we're going to have several.
No, I wish it would be 100, but
I don't know where they're going to sit.
Every Wednesday night, whether we're there or not, you can go get $7.99 oysters. I mean, you can't beat that. That's the only day of the week. There's nowhere else in Valdosta you can do that at. So
that's what I was kind of thinking. If it's $7.99 oysters, there's probably a good chance some of us is going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might be a regular occurrence for the Good Outdoors crew.
Might be,
except for Daryl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be eating oysters.
No, they got other things. They got great hamburgers, chicken strips. They got shrimp. They got the Low Country boil thing. They got that Big Bang shrimp. I think it was what it was called. On the menu in front of me. But that's an awesome dish, I hear. So I'll be able to tell you for real after tonight what all it's about. He's going to let us sample a couple of things in there. So can't wait for that.
I'm all about sampling.
I'm already hungry.
I'm all about sampling.
I'll wake up hungry.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't keep a notepad on all the stuff we're sampling. He may realize it's getting in a little deeper than he wants to.
Especially when I go to sampling something.
I hope he's got plenty in there because I might be hungry when I roll up in there today.
You'll be hungry on purpose, won't you? You'll skip lunch and everything.
Y'all remember? I think it was a couple of weeks ago we covered a little something and we put the fact out there that I hate cats. I mean, I do, but I have found out that cats are really evil. Cats, and this is an article. It's on the internet, so you know it's got to be true. Cats kill billions of animals a year. Billions of birds? Really? I'm reading it right here. Cats kill billions of birds every year and even more tiny rodents and other mammals in the United States alone. Cats are evil.
I'm not
what I'm hearing? By any part of that.
You know what I'm hearing?
What?
I'm hearing if we didn't have cats,
we'd have
a problem.
Right, that's what I'm hearing.
We'd have too many birds and too many rodents.
Nope.
I don't like cats either.
What would kill them?
Other things kill them, but I mean, cats are evil.
Yeah, but then other things could kill them at the rate that the evilness of the cat is taking care of them.
Wow.
Okay.
Billions. Billions.
I wish New Zealand was part of the United States.
I don't.
Why, do they ban cats?
They ban cats, yeah.
They probably got a lot of rats,
I'd move
too.
there. Boy, if they was a state, I'd move there.
They'll need a Pied Piper before it's over with.
You wake up with ratatouille blowing your lip off, too.
No, they're actually somebody's pushing for a ban. And cats in New Zealand.
There's a big difference between having a ban and pushing for one. Well, they trying to ban assault weapons.
It actually has a little momentum there. They want to either have your cats. They say they're overpopulated, they're killing too many animals and birds and stuff. Birds are beautiful. Bird watching is huge, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one of the largest outdoor activities out there, believe it or not. They want to not ban cats, but they want to make sure every cat is either kept indoors, which is a good place, out of sight and out of mind, or either neutered, spayed, whatever it is.
I'm not going to have one in my house. But
they want them fixed. I think that's a good idea. Go New Zealand. I hate cats. I don't know if I ever told y'all that or not.
I think it's a good idea for you to go to New Zealand, too.
Sounds good to me.
And in other local news, not local news, but an Indiana police officer and his wife could face jail time for saving a doggone deer.
You know what another good thing is we got going on? When you got a good, this is all kind of like like all the redneck jokes that Jeff Foxworth does. You might be redneck if. Well, you might have a good radio show if you have to pause in the middle of a sentence to spit in your cup. Because that's what my brother did over there, yeah.
Well, you know.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Get that Copenhagen thing going on.
You got the beeper ready, Daryl, because we may start saying some words up in it. But anyway, up in Indiana, a police officer and her wife rescued a little fawn off somebody else's front porch.
A telephone?
Fawn.
Oh, fawn.
Fawn.
A little deer. Whatever, fawn.
If you didn't have your lip for it, you wouldn't say fawn.
It was a little fawn running through the woods. Go ahead.
They have spots?
I'm done. But anyway, they might face jail time because they've had this deer for 2 years recuperating it. Anyway.
Well, that ain't good. Why in the world are they going to put them in jail for saving the poor fawn?
Did they have it for 2 years, or they might have it for 2 years?
I told you, I'm done. I don't know. Look at that.
Did it live in the house?
I don't know. It didn't live. They brought the deer home and tried to nourish it back, and evidently they got attached to it and hadn't let it go. And Indiana Department of Natural Resources has actually found it and, I guess, put it back into the wild, and now they're thinking about pressing charges on this couple. And I think
it'd be cruel to turn it back to the wild after you've raised it, in the house. I don't know.
Bottle fed it for 2 years.
If it can, it's like that one at Country Goes Hunting that was following them guys around sniffing their butts. That's just not.
You can't find Frosted Flakes in the woods.
No, you can't.
Frosted Flakes in the woods.
I don't know what the heck that got to do with anything.
But they fed it something.
Could have been just cornflakes. Why got to be frosted?
And then we got another one. Peter uses Manti Te'o's fake girlfriend to peddle fake chicken for Super Bowl parties. They got a commercial that says sometimes faking it is better.
Oh, man. There's going to be some bashing going on with him, I bet, at the Super Bowl.
Hey, we got to take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few minutes to cover some things on the good outdoors. Thanks for listening. Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they're also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
Southern Ocean Sports at 1607 North Ashley Street, Valdosta has been the South's premier dive shop for over 26 years. SOS is a NAUI accredited dive shop and teaches everything from open water dive classes right up to instructor. Come learn to dive with Dave Stone of the History Channel's hit show Axemen. Southern Ocean Sports also has a complete line of paintball guns and accessories as well as the only skateboard shop in town. Stop by Southern Ocean Sports at 1607 North Ashley Street, Valdosta, or give them a call at 229-244-4084. Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree and they don't even see me.
Man, that Realtree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Realtree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors, broadcasting live every Monday through Friday on 99.5 Kicks Country. We are here from 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. to try to get your day started off correctly. If you're coming off the night shift, we're going to tuck you into bed, so... I don't know how in the world you can sleep for about an hour after you listen to us, but
take us a little while to wind down.
Yeah, got a little. We got a little bit of a Good Outdoors influence into the Super Bowl strategy this weekend. I don't know if y'all put two and two together, but here's how it goes. Ray Lewis. Everybody knows who Ray is. He is a sports fan. He plays for the Baltimore Ravens, linebacker. Been 19 years in the NFL, has been accused of murder and all kind of stuff, acquitted, but somewhat controversial figure, somewhat admirable figure, depending on what side of the coin you're on. But ironically, or I wouldn't say ironically, but just kind of suspiciously, he's been accused of using performance-enhancing drugs. Sports Illustrated is going to be coming out with an article. This is the funny part to me. The article will appear on newsstands Monday, the day after the Super Bowl. I don't know why it can't come out Friday, and them suspend him if it's true, so he can't play in the Super Bowl. But that's just not my decision.
It's amazing. Here's the connection. Once you get a target on your back, it's amazing how many people want to take a shot at it.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, if he used them, which it did, it's alleged right now. He needs to. But here's the connection to the outdoor part of it. Mitch Ross, co-owner of Sports with Alternatives to Steroids, also known as SWATs, told Sports Illustrated that he spoke to Lewis shortly after the linebacker tore his triceps October 14th. And I don't know if y'all know what a torn tricep is, but it ain't good. And to come back from it on October 14th, I do commend Ray, because whether he was using PEDs or not, to come back from an injury like that is amazing in 1 year. But anyway, the products that he requested that could help speed his recovery was deer antler spray. That was among the prescribed treatments. So that's the link to the Good Outdoors. Yeah, they use deer antler spray.
What the heck is deer antler spray?
It contains. Let me tell you what it is. It contains a substance called IGF-1, and it's on the NFL's banned list.
Sounds like something I want to put in my body. IGF-1.
Okay, but what exactly is deer antler spray? That's what I'm stuck on.
It's spray that comes out of deer antlers. Deer antler spray. It's a treatment. I don't know. What's Pepto-Bismol's pink in the freaking bottle? What are you asking me that for? I don't know. You're making me want to curl up the floor and suck my thumb, for God's sake.
I'm
not a gynecologist. I don't know.
Let's see if Yahoo knows.
I don't know. It's IGF-1. It's on the ban list. But anyway, they're accusing him, of course, of using this to speed his recovery, which is illegal. That's why I got a little bit of a problem with this whole thing. A performance-enhancing drug. You can't call it a performance-enhancing drug, and on the other side of the coin, say that you're using it to speed your recovery. I don't think that it would be enhancing your performance if you're just using it to speed your recovery, and then when you get recovered, you stop. It's like medicine. They prescribe medicine to us if we go to the doctor with a certain ailment. They put us on steroids. Now, if an athlete gets sick, what is the alternative? Well, sir, we can't treat you because the steroid's on the banned substance list. Therefore, you're just going to have to die. What do? You can't tell them no. These guys live a nightmare that you cannot believe. I talked to Chipper Jones and Ryan Klesko in length about this and the just the sheer junk they have to go through just to make sure they're not doing something accidentally that'll show up on the drug test is phenomenal. They have to have a full-time team nutritionist to tell them what to eat, what vitamins they can take. I mean, there are things at the general nutrition store, GNC, in the mall, that you can go in there and take that are banned substances on that list that are to help you build muscle mass and stuff like that, but they've deemed it illegal.
They probably can't even eat pigs in a blanket with poppy seeds on them.
Probably can't.
They probably can't. Probably can't. But that list, I can't remember how long or how many items they told me, but it was ungodly. The list of substances on there that if you sat down and you looked at the ingredients on a bottle of something and then you read the entire list to make sure those ingredients weren't on that list, I can't remember how many hours they told me it would take to read them all. You know what I mean? So they have to compile a whole other list of just products to stay away from, Flintstone vitamins or whatever.
Probably have to take a test kit around with them, even test the water before they drink it.
Yeah, it's nuts. And you can't use, where I'm not saying that you should be able to use them. Obviously you shouldn't, but my goodness, man, I'm just saying I got a lot of respect for those guys. That Ray Lewis, for instance. I'm not a Ray Lewis fan, and I know you can tell that, but he may have. I mean, I don't believe that he would have purposefully took this if he knew that deer antler spray had a banned IGF-1 ingredient. It's just mind-boggling to me. And then this got to come out right before Super Bowl weekend. Way to go, Sports Illustrated. If you're not going to release the article till Monday after the Super Bowl, you should have kept your freaking mouth shut about it, in my opinion. Don't even say it at all.
Well, they're trying to turn the tides.
That, and they're trying to sell articles. They're trying to sell magazines,
all about the money. Hey, I did a little research over here on this deer antler spray.
And I see that. The first thing wrong with it, look at the top of the page.
It's not banned in MMA.
Okay, that's a different one than you had up. That one right there. When I see that, it's like,
It's not banned in MMA. Mixed martial arts, it's not banned. Anyway, it's deer antler velvet. Deer antlers grow at an incredible rate of speed every season. The cell growth in this tissue is exponential. When the tissue from these antlers is harvested, it is utilized to synthesize the formula. So I never knew they harvested it.
That guy's got a tough job.
He does, don't he? I never knew they did
deer
that.
antlers.
Yeah.
I never knew they even tried that, though. That's, wow.
I ain't never heard of this.
In it.
The only thing I thought that a deer antler was really used for was to mount on the wall, A, or B,
rattle.
When Mel Gibson in Braveheart used it to stab that dude.
Or to rattle a deer in.
Yeah, you can rattle up.
Well, yeah, I never knew they used deer antler spray. Hey, man, I learn something new every day. Just kind of
only here on the Good Outdoors.
On the Good Outdoors.
I don't learn something good every day because I know a lot already. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I do occasionally.
We know what you think you mean.
I do learn stuff every now and then.
Y'all know what's coming up this month?
The Daytona 500.
Yes, sir, son. NASCAR is starting, and old Darrell Sample Jr. is getting us a. What are you getting us up there? A fantasy league
racing team.
That's right. And I'm going to participate.
We spend too much time in Fantasyland already. We don't need to do that.
We ought to be a natural at that then.
I'm going to participate, though.
I'm going to participate too.
And you know what's good about this? That the weekend of the Daytona 500 is the weekend my buddies from Maryland are coming down to hog hunt with us. And you're a big part of that because you're doing a lot with it. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Thank you. You're welcome.
That's the Sunday that they're leaving is my day to recuperate from being hunting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, and
I'm going to watch the Daytona 500 recuperate.
And I'll be cooking for them every night and all that good stuff. That's the plan anyway. And then we're going to have a Daytona 500 party at the house Sunday. I'm sure they'll be gone by then. But
oh yeah, they'll be on the way back up there. But party every here. Sunday. But yeah,
you're invited too.
Yeah, Darrell, you can come. Yeah, Darrell's imaginary calendar over there's a lot of things imaginary on Darrell's calendar. I'm sorry. Me and Darrell have a good relationship. We like to cut up. But yeah, hey, we're going to be touching on NASCAR a pretty good bit.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to talk about it every single Monday morning. We're going to have the NASCAR report, whatever it is. I don't know. It's something. We're going to talk about NASCAR every Monday morning and about every Friday too.
Probably.
I saw on Dallas the other night where Ricky Rudd's making a comeback in the methane-powered car. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
On Dallas.
Yeah.
On Dallas.
Soap opera. Who watches Dallas?
Soap opera. What are you talking
JR's really dead now.
Yeah, they had a little thing at the beginning, talking about the death of J.R. Ewing and how they miss him, but apparently it didn't have an effect on their ability to move on.
I'm kind of worried about our buddy Bulldog this morning, too. I seen a post he put on Facebook this morning and said, Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I said, dude, it's Wednesday.
You missed it.
I said, what more?
Bulldog, you're late for work.
You missed it there, buddy.
Thomas Gray sounded like he might have had a little case of road rage sometime during the night.
You got one that thinks it's Tuesday and the other one's plucking chickens. What is going on out there?
Yeah, Thomas Gray's chiming in this morning. Bubba Cardin. Chad's chiming in. Yeah, Thomas had a rough night, I believe. I agree with you.
That might have been why he's plucking that chicken, getting rid of some aggression.
He might have been using some deer antler spray, and it might have caused an adverse reaction.
Or the deer antler itself.
Maybe Bulldog can let us know. Him and Thomas, they're brother pluckers.
Hey, it's a family show.
Oh, man. Yeah, we getting excited about Kip West fixing to call in a few minutes, and we're going to talk to him. And I'm ready to hear what he's got.
I just texted him the number, and he hadn't responded yet, so I hope Kip West will be calling in.
Hey, he might not be awake this morning. May have to resend that text.
He might not. We were talking last night about being at the ATA show with our good friend Bobby Pinson, who's singer-songwriter. But Bobby's written, I don't know, probably 17, 18 number one country hits for Toby Keith, Sugarland, Lady Antebellum, several of them up there. But he's a typical country singer-songwriter. He is on a different shift than us. He doesn't go to bed till after all the bars close at night, about 3 or 4 in the morning. Therefore, he don't get up till 12, 1 or 2 o'clock. And we at the ATA, our day's getting started at 7:30. By about the time Bobby rolls in at 1 o'clock, we're all worn out, and he's all fired up and ready to go. And we're like, dude, you need to start getting here early. And then he gets mad at us because we won't go hang out at the bar with him late at night, And they walk to the beat of a different drum. It's pretty rough life there, but hey, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, Bobby probably ain't gonna be listening to too many episodes of the Good Outdoors because he can't get up that early for sure. But we do hope Kip will be calling in. Maybe he'll get He's never let me down before, and I don't expect him to this time. So hopefully come back on the break. We'll have Kip getting ready to call in if he's not already. So we enjoying the mild weather and the good outdoors. I was out in the community yesterday a little bit. We'll talk some about that when we get a chance. But we'll be back here in 3 minutes. Y'all hang in there.
Drop by Bailey's Custom Meats at 1646 Clay Road in Valdosta and fill your freezer with the finest meats around. We will custom cut your steaks any way you want them. If it's not what you like, just tell us and we'll recut it. This Friday and Saturday, we are selling bone-in New York strips for $4.99 a pound. We also have the Pick 5 for $19.99. Don't forget, we also process your deer that you take in the Good Outdoors. Just quarter it and put it in the cooler. Hamburger, cube steak, or sausage, however you want it. Come by and see Mike and the gang at Bailey's Custom Meats today. We sell the meats your mama raised you on.
Triangle Discount Corner is a true discount and convenience store located at the intersection of River Street and St. Augustine Road. It's very easy to zip in and zip right back out. Triangle Discount Corner is all about convenience and discounts. Ice cold beverages, coffee, snacks, last minute needs, or filling up that gas tank in a flash is what we're all about. Wheel into Triangle Discount Corner today and tell them you listen to the Good Outdoors on Kicks Country 99.5 and get you a nice hot cup of coffee for a quarter. But you got to get there before 9 a.m. That's Triangle Discount Corner at the corner of River Street and St. Augustine in Valdosta.
Horizon RV in Lake Park, Georgia is your family-friendly RV dealer. Horizon carries a great selection of new as well as pre-owned RVs. Horizon owner B.K. Eisen created an RV dealership with a strong focus on its customers and the personal service it provides. The complete line of Coachman Freedom travel trailers is simply unbelievable, and the RV accessory and service department is second to none. If you need financing, Horizon RV has the best RV financing in Georgia. So stop by Horizon RV at 5343 Mill Store Road in Lake Park, Georgia, and take an RV to the Good Outdoors.
So Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
Sweet Tea Smokehouse, Adel, baby. Stop by for lunch Monday through Friday, and Teresa will sit you down to the absolute finest barbecue sandwich you can find. Located a quarter mile north of Cook County Ford in Adel, Georgia, Sweet Tea Smokehouse has the finest pork ribs and chicken in South Georgia. Teresa just introduced her new chicken wings to the public, and I'm telling you, they are a life-changing event. Sweet Tea Smokehouse is also open every Thursday and Friday evening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Stop by Sweet Tea Smokehouse at 701 South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, or call your order ahead at 229-896-1665.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Darrell, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. Yeah, that's right. I had to spit in the cup. You might be a Good Outdoors host
if you spit in the spittoon while you're talking on the radio.
You know, we were talking a few minutes ago about NASCAR and what's his Juan Pablo won.
We got a call coming in.
Jawan.
Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. This is Kip West.
Kip, what's going on, my man?
What is going on?
Oh, we don't know it, man. I was just telling everybody they were looking at me, giving me the shaggy eye, and said, "He ain't takes back. I can call you." I said, "He has never let me down, and I do not anticipate a letdown this morning."
No, sir. No, sir.
Now, where are you? Where are you at right now, Kip?
I'm in Southeast Virginia.
Southeast Virginia. Is there snow on the ground up there?
No, actually, believe it or not, we had about 5 inches a week ago, and I'm sitting in my truck right now, and it's almost 70 degrees, and the weather up here is pretty crazy. So we're going to get a little snow this week, and it's up and down, up and down.
It's crazy. It's going to be about 86 here today, one day this week, believe it or not.
Yeah, man.
Now
I'm amazed that we don't all catch the flu and die.
Now, you told me last night when we were talking that you were kind of sitting there looking over a field trying to see if there's any bucks that still had their antlers on. Did you see any that still had them?
I did not. So,
but it's just sadly it's that time of year where we got to let it go for 1 year, right?
I know it. I hate it, but but it's a year-round process.
Yep, that's right
for the guys in the industry. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we're getting the meat and potatoes here now. I know, of course, what you do, and I know that you've changed from when I first met you. You called your organization Kip West Outdoors, and I think you've had a name change to Keeping Warriors Outside. Is that correct?
Keeping Warriors Outdoors.
Outdoors. I'm sorry. That's right. Well, tell us. You take the time here and tell us what it's all about.
All right. I'll give you the 30-cent version, but. January 15th, 2005, one of my best friends, Marine Sergeant Jayton Daniel Patterson, was killed in Iraq by an IED. He grew up in the outdoors. He was a good friend of mine, and I wanted to do something where I could honor his, sacrifice, and at the same time, combine it with my love of the outdoors. And of course, us rednecks, we're not really good at anything but hunting and fishing. So I said, well, I can't become a doctor and help these people, but I can keep being a redneck and help them. And so we spend a lot of time in the hospitals, meeting guys, going room to room, just seeing how they're doing after they've gotten injured, and trying to convince them to come on out and try to hook a bass with us or shoot a bow. And a lot of times, these guys are they're down and out, and they don't think they'll ever be able to do the things they used to do. And we get them out of the hospital, and every April we do a big event called Salute to Our Heroes, and we bring 20 guys out of the hospital. It's one of their first trips out, and we give them brand new fishing poles, shotguns, bows, everything they need to get it done. We give it to them, and we do a week-long skeet shooting, fishing, and archery tournament. And after that initial week, I then spend one entire year with just that group of 20 guys, taking them all over the country on dream hunting and dream fishing trips.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. That is
so. Our major focus is archery, to see guys out there, going up a tree with no legs and pulling back a bow, with one arm and one prosthetic. It's very humbling for me to see that happen, and I tell you, man, there's not a day that I wake up where I've got a job. That's for sure.
Yeah, talking to you last night, man, it always hits home, when I get to actually get around you, which is not near enough, and we're going to have to do something about that. But, I met the most amazing people when I went with you to Bobby Penson's Words for Warriors turkey hunt there in Tennessee. Sergeant First Class Joe Yance, Larry Drawn, of course, and I can't remember the third guy's name Sam and I called him up a turkey, filmed it for Hunting is Good TV. He was the one that was he was thrown from a vehicle and had a really bad back.
That was Chris Smith.
That's right, Chris Smith. But
yep.
I'll never, as long as I live, Kip, when you know how turkey hunting is. It was intense. He was gobbling. He come in, and when he decided to come, he ran in there. And Chris rolled him right when he got to the decoy, and that boy let out just a yell, just woo! And I'm telling you, it's on film, and it was just Sam and I, man. We were just beaming with happiness because it meant the world to him. That was his first turkey ever, and he stood up that night at that campfire and gave a speech about what it meant for him to be out there and saying what an honor it was, and man, that we were all just crying like a bunch of big old babies listening to him talk, and he didn't realize that the true honor was for us to be able to be with him.
I know. I mean, these guys, they would go and do it all over again.
Yeah,
knowing the extent of their injuries and what happened. Each one of them would go and do it again. And I got a great story about Chris, if you got a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had Ryan Klesko in camp that week with us. And,
that's right.
And, I got to talking to Ryan later on in the week, and he told me, say, hey, give me a call. I might be able to help you out with some stuff. And I called him up, a month later or so. And long story short, KWO, Ryan Klesko, Wells Fargo, and the Military Warrior Support Group ended up this year giving Chris a house in Concord, North Carolina that's valued at over $400,000, and he got it totally free.
Awesome, Lord have mercy, man. That is just fantastic. I believe that y'all had helped, was it Larry Drawn get a house as well? Am I remembering?
Yeah, Larry, he had a house built for him by Homes for Heroes. Larry, for your listeners that don't know, he's missing most of his right hand and both of his legs. And he had a house that was built for him, that's built for somebody in a wheelchair. And, of course, Larry walks on prosthetics, but when he's in the house, he takes them off, sits down in his chair, and his kitchen cabinets will drop down to where he can grab stuff out of them and push a button, and they go back up into place. And just some of these organizations out here that are building these houses are just unbelievable for these guys.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I tell you what, Kip, you do a fantastic job, and I know you never want to accept the praise, but I'm gonna dump it on you anyway. I know your story. I know that you were working. You had a great job. We've had this discussion in the past. Single, living the good life, plenty of money in your pocket, and one day you just woke up and you realized, I'll let you take it, but you realized that you weren't doing anything to give back, and you made a decision at that moment to start this thing.
Yeah, it's for the folks out there that have never lost a friend to a terrorist. It's a different feeling. We've all lost friends in car wrecks and and to disease and stuff like that. And it's something that over time gets a little easier on you, and you can kind of accept it. But the more time that went on, losing my friend Jayton, just the madder I got,
Mm-hmm.
And one day I just woke up and said, "That's it. I'm gonna channel this negativity into something good." And when I made my first trip to Walter Reed, my life was changed forever.
Yeah.
And there'll never be another day that I wake up where I'm not focused on helping the guys who defend all of our freedom.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think in my life, I think of the life-changing events, true life-changing events, the birth of my children, marriage and all that, but definitely, without a doubt, one of those events was when I first met you at that Words for Warriors and got to take those guys. Joe Yance, he shot his first turkey. Chris shot his, and then spending time with Larry. we got lucky and got Joe and Chris one right out of the gate, as you well know, and then we worked our tails off trying to get Larry one. And I remember, man, all day long that last day, we were running and gunning and working our tails off up and down the mountains. And I specifically remember going up a hill, and I mean, I was worn out, and I was in my mind complaining, okay? And I was thinking, man, I'm worn out. We got to get on the bird. I can't keep doing this. And then I realized when I looked up ahead of me up the hill, I saw a man going up that hill with no legs and missing part of his hand and just trucking along with a big smile on his face. And I thought, I ought to kick my own butt, you know. And it's the most humbling thing. And those guys, you can tell without them saying it how much, you know, our show is called The Good Outdoors, but you can tell how much that they appreciate being in the good outdoors compared to what they came from, and how much of a rehabilitator it is what you do and what the outdoors does for those guys.
Yeah, you know, I've got a pretty similar event that happened, you know, a month ago. We, unfortunately, one of the guys that's going through our program this year was killed in that train accident down in Midland, Texas.
Yeah.
And we took his son duck hunting, and it was his first hunt without his daddy. And we took him duck hunting up on the Atlantic Flyway in La Plata, Maryland. And, of course, you know me, I'm not the most graceful person in the world. And when I'm getting out of the boat, getting into the marsh, gravity took hold. And needless to say, I was soaking wet from head to toe.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, and I've got two wounded warriors with me, and they're like, you know, Kip, you want to go back? And it's 0 degrees out there. We're standing in ice. And my answer in my head was absolutely, I want to go back.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I'm fine. You know, those guys have stood on the mountaintop getting shot at and, you know, and gotten hurt real bad. So the last thing that I want to do is complain about being cold. But I'm going to tell you what, it was a long afternoon in that marsh.
I know it is, man. You work your tail off, and there's no doubt about that. Now, I also remember up there, this is one that I think of him every time because he's on the Trace Atkins Wounded Warrior commercial, Eric.
Eric.
Yeah. And you know, we had a good fortune. We're going to be going to break here in a second, Kip. So just hang on there with me. But we set him up. You know, that guy had some turkeys coming in, and he had never killed a turkey, and now he's in a wheelchair. And would you call him was the term quadriplegic? Am I using the right term?
No. Actually, his injury is anoxic brain injury.
Okay.
He can move everything, but you know, he got injured, you know, by an IED that went off on. He was driving a Humvee, I believe, and an IED went off underneath his driver's seat, and it busted him up pretty good.
Yeah. And Kip, let's take a break. Roll up against the hard break. We'll be back here in the Good Outdoors in about 3 minutes. Y'all stay tuned.
You are a hunter. You probably hunt from a tree. If you do, you owe it to your family to use a safety harness. Hunter's Safety System has been providing hunters with a safe way to hunt for over 10 years. Many companies have created vests since, but Hunter's Safety System is still #1. There are styles that fit men, women, and children of all shapes and sizes. Do not climb a tree without vests and products from Hunter's Safety System. You get no second chance. Visit huntersafetysystem.com. Saving lives is what they do. Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
Austin's Cattle Company's menu is so big and delicious. In order to fit everything in, we had to write a song about it. So take it away, boys.
'Cause we got hand-cut steaks and taters, too baked to taste better than your grandmother's pound cake. Hallelujah, and reach the sky, just load it up and pile it. How we got prime rib, seafood, salad, and baby back food so good it'll make your lips smack. Austin's Cattle Company's where you gotta go when your stomach gives you an attack. Come on in and settle down, and you'll be chilled like the king of town. Order up your favorite meal and turn that sad pound upside down. I guarantee you'll slap your knee when you eat it. Austin's Cattle Company.
Just head on down Austin's.
Woo, that's good.
So there you have it, folks. Next time you get a craving for something tasty, stop on by Austin's at exit 16 off I-75. There's something on the menu for everyone, and they serve big portions so you'll never leave hungry. From seafood and prime rib to the freshest hand-cut steaks, chicken, and ribs you can find. Austin's Cattle Company is truly an addiction you never have to quit.
White Brothers Auto Supply is South Georgia's auto parts headquarters, located at 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta, Georgia. White Brothers can cover the smallest auto part need right up to a replacement engine or transmission. Serving Valdosta with an enormous auto parts inventory, you can rest assured that White Brothers has what you need, no matter if you're a do-it-yourselfer or an automotive professional. White Brothers has the right part at the right price. Stop by 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta or call 229-244-8773 for all your auto part needs.
Hey y'all, have you heard about Carter & Sons Produce? Farm fresh produce as always, plus the all-new Carter & Sons Butcher Shop is now open. Hand-cut meats, top-grade selections, plus all the fixings. It just doesn't get much better than that. Stop by today to pick up everything you need for your family's dinner table. And don't forget, find us on Facebook, Carter & Sons Produce and Butcher Shop, voted #1 in South Georgia for a reason. 1500A, South Patterson Street, Valdosta. Y'all come see us.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors, broadcasting live every Monday through Friday on Kicks Country 99.5, 4:30 to 6. Get up early, fix your coffee, grab your little donut or whatever, and tune in. We got the pleasure this morning speaking with Kip West of Keeping Warriors Outdoors. Kip, we were in the middle of a discussion about Eric. You were describing his injury and that he had gotten injured in the Humvee, and you take it from there, pick it back up.
Yeah, but the IED went off underneath his driver's seat, and he had severe back injury and some other injuries. Now, I'm sure his parents will end up listening to this, and I don't want to tell it wrong, but he went into surgery for his injuries. And he ended up dying. And he didn't get oxygen to his brain for, I don't know the exact amount of time.
Right.
But, and they brought him back to life.
Wow.
And that is where his anoxic brain injury comes from. Eric is 100% aware of everything that's going on.
Yep.
And his body just doesn't respond, very well to, you know, he can't really move all that great. But, you know, when I first met Eric 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't even know how long it's been, he came to our Salute Our Heroes event, and we gave him a crossbow that all you got to do is push a button and it cocks itself. And, you know, for him to, with the help of his daddy, he's out there, you know, pulling the trigger on that thing, and you could just see it in his face, you know.
Man, I know it. I'll never forget it. Never forget it.
Yeah. And Eric, when I first met him, he couldn't make any vocal noise at all. He's starting to be able to say yes and no.
Really? Fantastic, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's starting to be able to walk a little bit. You know, his father has to stand behind him and hold him up, but he can put one foot in front of the other. And I tell you, it's my dream to one day be able to take Eric and go pick him up, and me and him go hunting together.
Oh, man. What is the prognosis for him? Will he be able to recover more, they're thinking, or is...
They're thinking that he is. You know, he wasn't getting the best of care in the VA hospitals, and you know, his parents just kind of, I think, got fed up with it one day and said, you know what, we're going to be his doctors, and they brought him home, and he's just really leaps and bounds, you know, from when I first met him, and you know, he's got beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, and he's got the best support system in the world down there. And Eric actually ended up winning this year the SCI Pathfinder of the Year award.
Wow.
And he got to go to Africa and he shot a bunch of animals. I think the only thing that Eric hasn't killed so far is a Sasquatch and a kitten. And it's just because he missed the Sasquatch.
Told y'all. Well, you don't know this. This is a running joke, but we have a thing. I've been trying to tell him that Bigfoot is real, and you just confirmed that by Eric's sighting and miss. So I'm glad you called in.
The bad part is you got us in a situation we really can't argue about it.
I wouldn't want to get in front of Eric with that shooting system he's got. I saw him on a TV show one time. He shot an alligator at like 100 yards, and the only thing that was hanging out of the top of the water were those alligator's eyes.
Good,
and, he smoked that thing with a .308 Kimber, and there won't much left for boots, I can tell you.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a man. I'm glad we started laughing because I could easily get really emotional. But watching Eric's wife. I believe his wife is there and his children. Did he have 2 girls there? Am I remembering correctly?
He's got a little girl and a little boy.
Okay.
Gracie is his daughter and Hunter's his son.
Yeah, and his beautiful wife, and of course his dad was there. I'm telling you, man, it was a tough emotional week there going through that, but gut wrenching and rewarding at the same time. It's a really hard feeling to describe, but. I tell you, every time I see that Trace Adkins Wounded Warrior commercial, and me and my son Charlie, I'll tell him about it, and then we watch it, and it just brings back those memories. But you also had one that's made some national headlines just in the last couple of days, I believe. Brendan Morocco, is that his last name?
Yeah, Brendan Morocco. Brendan was the first guy in the war to lose all 4 limbs. And Brendan's just an amazing guy, man. Just unbelievable. He was hurt on Easter Sunday, 2009. And, the cool thing about Brendan is, or one of the things that I think is super cool about him is, his brother had a really good job on working up there in the banks or Wall Street or whatever those New Yorkers do. And,
who cares what they do, right?
Yeah, and so, and his brother Mike ended up, leaving that to become Brendan's caretaker, which I can totally understand why he would do it. I'd do the same thing for my brother, but Brendan actually ended up getting new arms this past December 18th, about a month ago. And they transplanted these arms onto him. And I talked to Mike yesterday, and Mike said he's really, really, really doing good. And, I just can't wait to see him draw a bow back,
Man, yeah, what a blessing. When you told me about that last night, I actually I got home and settled down, and I got the paper out and was reading our Valdosta Daily Times here, and there was I opened the page up, and there was the article about him, about them attaching the arms and things on there. So it was kind of, God puts us together for reasons, and we don't always know those reasons, but it's just kind of funny to me every time something like that happens. I talk to you, and then we talk about that, and then there he is in the paper, and I think you told me he was on Fox News last night. So we just, it's just a blessing to hear stories, and it's a blessing for what you do, and we appreciate you being out there. Now, tell us about your website, Kip, where to go, and if you've got Facebook or anything, or what our audience can do to help, support what you're doing.
Well, obviously with any nonprofit, we are 501c3. Obviously, our biggest need is money. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes a lot of it to get these guys out and keep the truck full of diesel and keep it rolling. And, when we go out on the road with these guys, there is nothing that they want for. We take care of everything, and best way to help us out is to go to helpkwo.org. Feel free to look through the entire website, and the last page is the donation page, and don't forget to look at that one too. So
yeah, we will do it. Now, you get a lot of great support from a lot of people in our industry. I know Botec, Carbon Express, those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but tell us some of the people that support you, through sponsorships.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, I got a great partnership with Red Arrow TV. There's some good friends of mine.
Kip Campbell.
Kip Campbell, Kip and Cat. Botec is super good, too. It's Carbon Express, True Ball releases, Luminop, Bass Pro Shops. There's some of the big sponsors we have in the industry.
Yeah.
Got some great, sponsors who aren't in the industry. Smithfield Foods, Relay Electric up here where I live does a tremendous amount for us. It's so many of them out there. Everybody's just so good to us. To see what we're doing, and we picked up a lot of good people at ATA, and we're working on some stuff now. Trying to make this thing bigger and better.
Well, as I've always told you, anything I can help, man, if you just give me a call, and if I need to give you a contact number that I may have and put in a good word, I'm only a phone call away, as you well know, and we want to do our thing. And we're going to post some information on our Facebook page. We're up to we're getting close to 7,000 likes, so we'll get the word out on Facebook. We'll put a link. If you can email me a link, Kip, I'll get with you later on today. If you email me a link that we can put your site on our website, that'll give you some pass-through, and we'll help you all I can, and we'll talk about it as much as we can and spread the good word about what you're doing for everybody.
That'd be great, man. Don't forget to tell your listeners, about the National Wild Turkey Hunting Championship, because a lot of the proceeds from that event will go to KWO, and we're working hard behind the scenes with Bobby to get that one taken care of. That's going to be a wonderful event, I think, and
we'll do
all
it.
The listeners.
Yeah,
want to come out there and hear Toby Keith. Come on, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, we mentioned that a little bit. I just told Daryl yesterday. I've about got it to where we're going to be going out there, and I know I talked to you about some stuff last night, so don't forget to check on that for me too. But
Kip, I won't, buddy. I won't. I promise you.
Kip, I just put a link on our your link, Kip West Outdoors, on our Facebook site. We're going to keep promoting that and put it up there. Keep it up there and keep it posted. Maybe you'll get some response out of it.
Well, that'd be great.
Also, I wanted to tell you, we already had somebody chime in on Facebook that's listening in this morning and said, thanks for having Kip on this morning. Awesome stories. As a soldier who has lost a friend, he appreciates guys like you immensely, and God bless you.
Well, that's awesome, man. It amazes me that losing a friend has had an impact on other people's lives.
Yeah.
Had that not happened, none of this would have I'd have never started this had I not lost my friend Jayton. And as much as I'd like to have him back, I wouldn't trade what I do for the world.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Kip, we appreciate you calling in this morning. We're going to let you roll on. You have a good day, and I'll be talking to you soon, buddy. Thanks a lot for calling.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day.
All right, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, collect our thoughts, and we'll come back here in just a few minutes. We'll take a 3-minute break. Y'all keep it between the dishes. We'll see you in just a second.
Fisherman's Paradise. The mention of the name makes me want to get out on the water. Fisherman's Paradise at 2031 Bemis Road, Valdosta, has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 12 years. A huge selection of rods by Shimano, reels, fishing line, lures, you name it. I counted over 600 different types of Zoom plastic worms alone. They got Culprit, Assassin Salt, Berkeley Gulp, Reaction, and on and on. They got topwater, crankbaits, spinners, and one of my favorites, the rattle trap. From hooks to corks and sinkers to minnows, shiners, and live worms, Fisherman's Paradise can send you to the lake, pond, or river with total confidence. Dave and Judy Leonard want to thank everyone from Bainbridge to Nahunta, from Perry, Georgia to Perry, Florida, and everywhere in between for making them the fisherman's choice. If personal, knowledgeable, one-on-one attention is what you need, stop by Fisherman's Paradise at 2031 Bemis Road, Valdosta. I promise you this, the fish will hate you for it. That's Fisherman's Paradise, proud sponsor of the Good Outdoors.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
There's a natural order to football tailgating. You can't invite your friends until you ignite the football rivalries. That's why football tailgating starts with an ice-cold Bud Light Lime. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. So go ahead and party it up right after you raise it up. Only the seasons change. Tastes don't. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the Lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri. The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't. And when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the Lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Hey, welcome back to The Good Outdoors. Now, that was some funny stuff that happened during the break we can't talk about, though.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that was awesome listening to Kip West and everything he does with keeping warriors outdoors, man. That was just special. I think we got a call.
We got a call coming in.
Good morning, caller. You on The Good Outdoors?
Hello.
Good morning.
You don't know who this is, do you?
It's Animal Girl.
We do now. We do now. You got that unmistakable sweet voice. How you doing?
It's hot in my house, man. It's like 80-something degrees in this house.
Turn on the AC or open the window.
Yeah, I tell you, it's bad hot weather for this time of year. Were you listening when we had Mr. West on there talking about the Wounded Warriors? Did you hear that?
No.
What?
I was kind of asleep, and then I got hot and I woke up.
Yeah?
And so I just got up and turned on my air, and I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to call them and make the animal noise.
What kind of animal noise you got? We're going to give you one animal noise this morning, then we're going to take some more calls. So what animal you got teed up for us this morning?
Cheetah.
Cheetah. All right, this ought to be good. Let me hear the cheetah.
Hey, that wasn't bad.
That ain't a bad cheetah. Sound like a mad cheetah.
Animal sounds up in there.
Cheetahs can run fast, can't they?
But I have a story.
All right.
My dad normally, remember I told you my dad take us fishing?
Mm-hmm.
And my dad is getting a big boat for us to ride on. So when we get ready to go fishing, like we can just sit on the boat and just don't have to stand on the side and just try to pull them back in the water. And so we went to this pond, which I told you that we went to go fishing. But my dad caught this he almost had a big catfish, like a really big catfish. And he was helping me get my stuff unstuck. Like I had my pole stuck in some type of bush. And when he did that, he kind of messed up his big catfish. I was laughing so hard because he almost fell trying to get his catfish, and then I thought, man, that was a big catfish because I saw basically part of it. And if he would have pulled it out, that catfish would have been gone.
Man, I guarantee it.
Gracious, that's a good story.
Well, we appreciate you calling in this morning. We're going to let you go right quick so we can get to some other information, okay? You have a good day.
All right, thank you,
All right,
guys.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Always good to hear from Animal Girl.
Animal Girl's a faithful listener, and she can make a lot of animal noise. She made one of a call.
All right, good morning, caller. You're on The Good Outdoors.
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
Easy morning, I think.
Yeah. What you got going on this morning?
Not a whole lot. You know who this is?
No, did you just text me and ask me the number?
I sure did.
No, I don't know who it is because my caller ID ain't working. Give me some hints. Don't tell me. Give me a hint. Let's guess it.
Work on boats.
You work on boats?
Bows. B-O-W-S.
Mitch!
Hey, what's up, Mitch?
Mitch! The Mitch Meister from T3 Outdoors. I'm glad you called because you can give us the T3 tip of the day. How about that?
Wow.
Nothing like being put on the spot.
Oh, man. What's going on?
Do what now?
What's going on over there at T3?
Well, we are building again and moving stuff around once again. We're actually expanding the archery area somewhat in there for better, better customer service. The range is going to be fully open now. We have a little range in there now. We're moving the workbench and the press and all that good stuff out to that area down below on the ramp to where the customer can actually see us working on their equipment a lot easier. And the range will be open to where customers can go back and shoot without having to shoot around us.
That's right. I was up there yesterday. Actually, I talked to Judd very briefly, and that's what they were in the middle of doing. They had a crew in there working and getting everything ready, and he told me that. I think that's a very good improvement to be able to shoot your bow where you don't have to wait for somebody to get out of the way. So that's a great stride forward.
Right, we're trying to make it more customer friendly in there. We're actually, a lot of people don't know we actually have a bow shop inside T3.
Right.
But we do move a few bows out there. Hang on one second, let me tell this guy
something. Okay. Nothing like being put on hold on the radio.
Put on hold on the old show.
Live radio show.
Live action, baby. Live action. This is reality radio.
Man, that is Mitch first for the good outdoors.
While Mitch tends to his business, we're going to fill up some radio time here. That is absolutely hilarious, man.
Boy, tell him something.
I know I hope we don't hear that.
I start saying we probably need to keep talking over him because you don't know what's going on over there.
Put the stolen TV over here, buddy.
Oh man!
Mitch has got he's got a good story about our dad. I don't know if you remember that or not. When Dad was on the. That Mitch said he'd drive by, or his wife drove by, and saw Dad out on the tractor, and he had his shorts on and no shirt. Dad did on the tractor with a fender well from the highway covering up his shorts, and it looked like he was out there naked.
But he's trying to get a suntan.
Yeah, and Mitch's wife went home and said, Charles is down there on that tractor, and he's naked.
His wife liked to burn the tires off the car getting back down there, didn't she?
But I don't know if Mitch is listening, but he might have forgot he was on the radio.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Oh yeah. Did you hear me telling the story about your wife seeing Dad on the tractor?
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, I'll never forget that. But back on the T3 subject there. Yeah, everybody knows that that's the place to go get your guns, but y'all are really just as into the archery. I know you carry Hoyt, and of course we know, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the line, Mitch. You've set up our bows there for years, and you do a fine job. So everybody needs to go by there and check you out. But y'all sell Hoyt. What other lines do y'all carry? Is it just exclusively Hoyt?
No, we are the area's exclusive Hoyt dealer.
Right.
We're also the area's exclusive Bowtech dealer.
Right, good deal. Yeah.
So we carry them, and we carry the Diamond line.
Right.
Well, actually, one bow of the Diamond line, which is the Infinite Edge bow, and it's an amazing bow for kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 31-inch axle axle, but it will go from 5 pounds to 70 pounds on one set of limbs.
Good night. I didn't know that. That's pretty good there now.
With a 13 to 30-inch draw length adjustability built into it.
Holy cow! I mean that justifies the investment. When you got a 6-7-year-old kid, you get them into archery. That bow can hang with them right up through a few years until they get to the point they want to change over and get their own idea about what they want to shoot. That's what What does that bow retail for roughly?
That bow comes with an octane arrow rest, octane sight, octane quiver, which is Bowtech's brand, and we put a stabilizer on it for $399.
My goodness, you can't beat that, people. And that, you know what, our show's all about kids in the outdoors, and now we're going to be pushing that. We want to get as many people recruited and pushed into archery as we can. And I tell you what, you know us with the TV show. We've picked up a sponsor on a brand new bow that's just come onto the market, but they don't offer a children's bow or a child bow. So that'll be something that I might be talking with you about in the near future.
We've got some. They're very, very hard to find and get because Bowtech cannot keep up with the orders.
I bet.
But we have been fortunate enough through working with Bowtech and some other outside sources to get hands on some of them.
Right.
And we've done really well with it. We've probably sold about 30 of them right before Christmas.
Wow.
And it's a very good bow. Matter of fact, I've actually set a bow up for me and shot it just to play with it to see what I thought about it.
Yeah.
And it's a very good bow. Some of the 4-H kids that shoot the archery are actually using it because it can grow with them.
That's right. Yep.
I don't know of another bow out there that can do what this bow can do.
I don't either. I really don't. I tell you what, but I bet you there'll be once the word gets out and it gets more prevalent out there in the industry, there's going to be some people coming up with some ideas. That's a competitive industry.
It's very competitive, and it's small too.
Yeah.
If you mess up and make somebody angry, everybody knows about it.
Everybody knows about it, man. You can thank social media and the internet for that. You make one wrong move and the whole world knows about it.
Exactly.
Oh man, I tell you, one of the things you could use that bow for really well is turkey hunting. Having that short axle length.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and you generally turn the poundage down because you don't want the air to blow through the bird real fast. But that'd be a good turkey bow. Right.
I mean, it's a 310 IBO rated bow at 70 pounds, which is not screaming fast, but that's still pretty fast. And,
yeah. Yep.
And, I'm a short guy, so somebody like me, I can sit on my butt and draw it.
That's right. That's right.
At about 50 pounds, and I've got a perfect turkey bow to run through the woods with.
No doubt about it. Well, Mitch, we're going to be coming up on a break here. We appreciate you calling in this morning. Need to get you in studio to talk archery one morning.
We are. I am. I've got a few things to overcome right this moment, but I am going to come in and sit down with y'all and go over a few things. But I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, we'll be right here, man. You have a good day, and we'll talk to you after a while, okay?
You do. Hey, I tell you what, when you go to break, stay on the line with me.
Okay, we'll do it. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on The Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening.
So, Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's going to be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they're also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
You did it. You bagged that trophy of a lifetime. So who you going to trust to recreate that memory? Jody Hewitt at Artistic Wildlife is the man to call. With years of experience and an attention to detail that is unmatched, Artistic Wildlife is the taxidermist for deer, turkey, ducks, fish, and even a dadgum godforsaken rattlesnake, if you're one of those crazy folks. Details on Jody's brand new Artistic Wildlife studio in Adel, Georgia will be coming soon. Give Jody a call at 229-560-3062 or visit his website at artistic-wildlife.com.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. We broadcast live here 4:30 to 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We just warmed the crowd up for Big Jim Morgan to come in here and finish everybody's morning off. So make sure you stay on and listen to him this morning. And
we're just the warm up for the real entertainment, aren't we?
That's exactly right. They bring in the rookies to get everybody all stirred up, and then Jim brings some closure to the effort. But got a little bit of a sad news. We want to give our condolences to the Norman family. Jack Norman has passed away. Kurt Norman's father, good friend of ours, and he was suffering from cancer, and now he's in a better place. But it's not real easy when you hear that news. And our thoughts and prayers are with Kurt and Elizabeth and the whole Miss Norman. Mitch Folsom, he's the one gave us the news there off on the break, and our thoughts and prayers are going to be with the family as they go through this, and we're there holding your hand. If we're not there physically, we're there in spirit. And tough times there, but back to the Good Outdoors. You know, we've had an emotional show this morning. We had Kip West Outdoors call in and talk about his work with the Wounded Warriors, and does a fantastic job. And Kip's just not one to toot his own horn, but he was a baseball player. He was drafted, I believe, by the Florida Marlins, and he's a big old boy. And he's talking about falling over. I can imagine it, because that's a lot to fall over. He's about, I'd say he's probably about 6'3" and weighs probably about 250, 260, big old boy. And to see him topple over like that would be an entertaining event in itself. Mm-hmm. And but Kip does some great. So y'all make sure you check out. Just Google Kip Keeping Warriors Outdoors, and you'll get that information. Daryl's posted a link on our Facebook page. And I'm gonna be out in the community today. I'm gonna be visiting some people there. I'm gonna go. And I tell you what, I stumbled upon a great indoor outdoor activity. And what I mean by that is children have slides and playground equipment outside, and it's great outdoor activity.
What do they do when it's raining?
They go to jumping jacks.
Yeah.
They go to jumping jacks. I met a gentleman there named Chris Nichols, no relation to me and Daryl. I
He's
guess
probably proud of that.
I guarantee he better be thinking his lucky stars he's not related to us. He might have a chance in life. But man, they do a great job out there. So make sure y'all go visit him. It's an absolute. It's out there off of I believe is that Coleman Road out there.
I think so.
If you get off at exit 22. And you take that little side road that runs parallel on the east side of I-75. You go down there about half a mile, jumping jacks.
I think you're right this time. Yeah, I think you're right.
This time, one of the rare times. But maybe I can get some information. I'm gonna be seeing Chris here in the next.
What segment is this?
What segment? It's brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail.
Yes,
Matter of fact, I invited Chris to go with us to Southwind. I got to get back with him and make sure he can go. That'll be a weekend after this. On a Sunday, but Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail out on the Quitman Highway, right as you go into Brooks County, just past the river on the right. John Peak's got quail absolutely fantastic quail hunting. Got a clubhouse out there if you want to book a party and have a good wholesome trip with a kid. Get them in the outdoors. Get them out there on the sporting clays range, the gun range, the pistol range. Ride around and goof off, man. It's just they can run wild out there. John deals with it all the time, and
don't have to worry about running out of clays. Every time you go out there, he's got 2 or 3 trailers slapped full of them. I hate that to pull that thing.
He goes through the clays. There's no doubt about it.
And we got a weather report this morning.
The Rusty Nut weather report.
Let's do the Rusty Nut weather report.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be disappointed. We was thinking we was going to get some rain today, but it's not looking that way. We were supposed to have some severe weather today. Probably going to have a lot of wind today, but here we go. It's currently 68 degrees. Today, partly cloudy and windy, high of 83, 20% chance of rain. Tomorrow, low of 36, high of 63. That's a 20-degree drop.
Yes, sir.
Chance of rain, 10%. Winds will be west-northwest at 11 miles an hour. Still going to be a little windy. That wind's going to carry on pretty much through the weekend. Friday, low of 31, high of 67, no chance of rain. And I'm not going into the weekend until tomorrow.
Yeah, because they'll change it anyway.
Freeze! That's right.
I got something. I got a thought for today.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to do a thought for today.
That'll peg him out for the day then, won't it?
And our male listeners out there, they'll enjoy this, but it's from the Bible. It's actually reading from Genesis in the Bible. It says, "And God promised men that good and obedient wives would be found in all corners of the earth." And then he proceeded to make the earth round.
Well,
I have no comment on that at all.
Well, it's not for us to question.
That was from a good friend of mine. That was pretty funny.
Hey, we've had a good show this morning. We talk about children. Our focus is getting kids outdoors. We have a passion about it. We believe that if kids are enjoying the outdoors, if parents, as hard as it is, work gets in the way, and your time and your budget, your money, you can get out in the good outdoors and enjoy it for relatively little cost, just the price of a little bit of gas or just a little bit of effort to open your back door and go outside. It's just that simple. If you're outside enjoying it, from chasing crickets, catching dragonflies, right on up to camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, biking, kayaking, anything to do with the outdoors, get your kid involved out there. Would you rather have them out there with you in a boat on a lake, or would you rather them going to the movies, smoking cigarettes out back, doing things they shouldn't do? I mean, I just don't see too many problem kids if they're deep into the outdoors. I look at kids that I know, our kids, obviously. We look at Sam Clement's son, Kenneth. Look at Trey's son, Treb. Look at Sam's daughter, Anna. Look at all the kids out there that are really passionate. Look at John Peake's sons, Dawson and Grayson. Man. I mean, what quality individuals they're going to turn out to be, all because their parents care enough to get them involved in the good outdoors. It's right there. God's provided it for us. Take advantage of it. And Angel Buskey, Eddie's wife, Eddie's the 2-time world champion rodeo clown. He's a good friend of ours. Supports the good outdoors. Hunter, his son Hunter, 6-year-old, killed about 130-inch whitetail last year at the Hoots. We aired it on Hunting is Good TV. But his mom, Angel, she came up with probably the best quote that I've ever heard. On TV, she says she has her kids hunting because if she takes her kids hunting, then she's not hunting for her kids.
Amen.
And that sums it up right there.
Yes,
I mean, it
does.
can't,
And we put a lot of emphasis on children, but, then we also need to cover, we've got the mentally and the physically challenged, and we've got the elderly.
The elderly.
So if everybody listening would make an effort to take at least a child, one of the following, a child, a mentally or physically challenged person, or the elderly. Take one person this year.
That's right. Well, that's a great point, Ronnie. That's what the Good Outdoors is about, and we've got Kip West doing that thing with the Wounded Warriors. We got all kinds of people that has jumped on helping and supporting Wounded Warriors. We're getting the kids recruited outdoor. Hey, you know what? We need to help with this elderly thing. We do. You got, Ron Landis, Landis International, they do a show called In the Woods with Ron and Jerry. Their whole reasoning behind it is because they grew up hunting and fishing, and now they've gotten later in life, approaching the years that you get into life, and they're getting out there and showing that they still can climb those mountains and chase those elk out west. And
they do a lot.
Are you trying to say they're in their golden years?
They're approaching them. I ain't gonna say they're there, but the thing is, I guarantee you that in some of these retirement homes around, that there's a man or a woman sitting there right now thinking, man, I'd give anything to just ride down to the Flatwoods down in Clarence County and just ride with somebody that's running dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you I'm telling you right now, you mark it down. That's my mission this year, to go meet somebody, find a link to somebody that can't get out and go for themselves, but would just like to ride along and just go on a dog hunt, chase dogs, or go on a fishing trip. Just sit in the boat if they can't fish. It's my mission to do that this year. I'm going to do it. So y'all can mark it down. And
Ron does a lot with Wounded Warriors. He goes and picks a lot of them up and takes them to different hog hunting events, especially. With his airplane, he goes at no charge. This man goes and picks them up and takes them places.
Yep,
so that's pretty awesome.
Well, make sure y'all visit Kip's website, because I don't think the magnitude sinks in sometimes of what it takes to do something like that. When he takes that group, he's got to get them. They don't all live in the same town. They could be from Fargo, North Dakota, Miami, Florida. They're all over. So when he has an event, he has to get them 10 different guys from where they're at to the event. He has to get them there. He has to house them. He has to feed them. His sponsors are wonderful. They provide a lot of product. Like you said, they give them guns, they give them bows, they give them camouflage, anything they need to be successful. Rod and reels. Some of his people have even built houses for him, as they said. Larry got a boat, a $25,000 bass boat donated that he fishes on the circuit with, the Bassmaster circuit. But it takes an enormous amount of generosity funding, money, as well as items to keep that thing going. So y'all check Kip's website out. It's called Keeping Warriors Outdoors. Just Google it, it'll pop right up. Daryl's got the link on our Facebook page. So we've had a great show this morning, guys.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I hear the Good Outdoors calling my name again. I'm ready to go.
Shoot, me and Stevie even agreed twice this morning. That just lets you know anything.
That's a world record right there. Man, pretty soon you'll be believing in Bigfoot.
Don't think so.
Well, we're going to get out of the way here and make room for the mighty Jim Morgan. He does a great job. We listened to him on the way home. So we're going to leave it with you. Y'all have a great day in the Good Outdoors. See you tomorrow morning.
Toodles.
You've been listening to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. Join us every weekday at 4:30 when we'll do it again.